Hi, Cupcake.
Okay, I'm here. Fuck off.
No?
Yes. Hang on. There we go. In the darkness. I wonder. I don't think that actually. Where's the other one? Actually. No, not really. I was just curious. I can do the obvious thing. I gotta throw away some trash that fell up. Alright, do the obvious thing. No? Wog!
Let there be
power!
light!
I can see all the trash piled up behind me.
Oh. Why do you think I started putting a tapestry behind myself?
Right.
Nobody can see what's back there.
I seem to find time and energy to clean up.
Yeah. For me, it's all the decorations that aren't up properly because of the fucking cats.
I keep knocking them down.
So I gave up on putting them back in the right spots or anything, and it just looks...
Like, it's up, whatever. I don't care.
It just looks terrible because half the shelves are empty.
Right.
Because they're assholes.
Right. Actually, it's just mostly laundry back there. I got some needs to go out, but it's...
Hello and welcome to the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki, Cupcake, and Miss. Happy New Year, and welcome to 2023. Have you already failed your New Year's resolutions? Enjoy the show.
Care. So you rate your transaction for what? I haven't gotten it yet. I can't rate it. Fucking lost in the mail, you fucking stupid such and such. I've not been loving parcel service at all with the amount of snow we've been getting. Theoretically on Monday, my mom's birthday gift / late Christmas gift was supposed to get here.
Yeah.
And they haven't, because the snow has been so bad, they haven't been delivering. Which all it is I got her like a case like this, except that for whatever reason, Apple phones don't inductively charge for the standard OtterBox case. You have to get one that has a magnetic spot on the back. It's bizarre. I didn't notice. I got her the inducting MagSafe Magic Super Duper Ultra Mega Charger. It won't charge with the case on. You have to buy a specific MagSafe compatible case.
That
which is super annoying.
Seems dumb. But it is Apple.
Actually, the only reason why I was late was I had to take a shower.
Oh.
Because you're like, we're going to be recording. I'm like, wait, we are? And you're like, are you goofing? I'm like, no, I look like a fucking pile of human garbage. I was out fucking snowballing all morning. Ah! Screams at the top of his lungs. Where the hell is my thing? I wanted to see if I can with colors. And nope. Wait. Nope. I was so mad when I got stuck at the bottom of my alley again. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, you really should look at a 4x4 truck. I'm like, or you could just fucking plow it out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like a normal person.
Because once I brought my snowblower down, and once I cleared all the snow, you could get in and out easy. Like, well, that's why we all have trucks. I'm like, or you could just fucking clear the snow.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, how long have you lived in Minnesota?
Oh,
I
wrong button.
rest my case. Like, in December. I'll be muttering to myself because I'm doing
Oh, there we go. Too bad.
I'm doing emails, so I'm like, I'll be like
Blue.
muttering to myself.
Full power! Fucking reflects off my forehead.
Wait.
The ability to natively control one's lighting with their phone. I'm not a consumer whore, and how?
I was just controlling my lighting with my phone because I had my I have an
Right.
LED strip up there
Yeah.
and it was set to the wrong color. Because it
I mean,
matters.
I actually have.
This ring light's too bright. Hang on.
There's a phase when people realize I actually have soft boxes above my desk.
Hmm.
Yeah, one of the streamers that I follow. Ooh,
Oh yeah.
pretty.
Anyway.
Ooh, pardon.
So one of the streamers that I follow,
Yeah.
he just recently, like, today's Thursday, so like maybe Tuesday afternoon, he ordered a new gaming desk in like August, and he just got it.
Yeah. Right.
So, he put it together, and it's pretty cool because not only is it hydraulic, so that he can, there's like a little, because most desks have like the desktop, and then there's like the little edge, flat edge around around it. So
Right.
along one side, there's a little button that it just goes up, and he can stand up, if he wanted to, and then all of the wires for speakers, for the headset, for the microphone, for the lighting, for everything goes
Right.
in the desk, and then all
Right.
you have is a big ass plug coming out of the desk. You just plug the desk in, and then you power everything through your desk. So it kind of cleans up everything like by your feet that non gamers don't really think about because they just have the normal stuff. But gamers are like, yeah, I have this, and I have this, and I have this, I have that. I love you too, Cupcake. I saw that.
Everyone who sees behind my monitors goes, "How do you live with that mess of cables?" I'm like, "Do you want to be a god or not?"
Exactly.
I mean, if you can see the back of my stereo stack, it's like there's cables going everywhere. They're marked, so I know which one goes to what. But like, I have a lot of cables running to run 4 monitors, plus power, plus USB, plus all the audio shit, plus my speakers behind my monitors, which I run when you guys aren't talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So much stuff.
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
The American
like-
way. Stuff!
Exactly.
Also, 4 weeks until profit sharing for me. I'm so excited. Spending
Woo!
money like the American way.
Yay! I really hate this because a lot of these emails are like the same shit. So I'm gonna have to. Let me just copy this and paste it somewhere that I can easily get to it. Hold on.
Also, my estimates were correct. I made just under $75,000 this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right?
Gee, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Seriously, like, people are like, that's nothing. That's chump change. I'm like, excuse you? I'm like, yeah, maybe if you're making $250,000, but like, holy shit, this is the most money anyone in my entire life has ever made. Like, my parents never made this much money.
My parents never made that much money.
I mean, like, I expect people with, like, your husband's job to make that kind of money or more because fucking, like, his particular subset of law is, like, there's not many people who can do what your husband can do.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, but like,
But
when you
like,
sit
right,
a Menards store manager.
right, in a small department too. Keep in mind, I'm one of the 2 smallest departments in the store. The other department heads make more money than I do.
Mm.
Like if I became a building materials or hardware manager, I would make probably another $20,000 or $30,000.
Jeez.
Oh, dude, my general manager pulls in like 150 grand a year. Keep in mind, our store also did like $55 million in sales last year.
I feel so
And there's
poor.
300 in some stores.
Oh yeah. Whatever it was. Crew thunking.
But yeah, no, I got my because we finally got like the last day of the year. I can see what my W-2 is gonna be. It was
Yeah.
like $73,000, something like that. I was like, damn, I was damn close.
Cupcake raking in all the money.
Money.
Oh, and I'm gonna make more this year. That's the scary part. Keep in mind that I was only manager for 4 months the previous year, and last year was my first full year as a department head. I'm really curious to see what my manager bonuses are going to look like this year. That's going to add to my totals for this year's totals, because last year my bonus was for 4 months.
Nice. Well, I did get a raise, so as long as I meet my differential, I make crap. I can't remember. Hold up, I have to look this up. Let's see. I have to remember. Oh, that's dual number. Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Go ahead.
so Mish, did they end up? Because I remember you saying like they were like with your work. Did they end up like closing like the physical location that you used to work at, or is that still open?
They closed. So I used to work, to kind of explain. I used to work in the location that was right across from headquarters. So the headquarters building is still there and is still in use by the company.
Right.
My building right across the street, and I can see why my one coworker was like, I saw the writing on the wall, which I kind of agree with them now that I look back, because they were slowly condensing us onto one floor. Um, but yeah, they closed my center that I was working at, and then they merged us with another one. So granted, I think it was Christopher. Sorry, I'm looking for a specific person's email in here. It's so like generally before my commute was like 25-30 minutes. Didn't have to go on the highway except if I went a specific way, and then it was only like 5 minutes at most, on like 2 minutes on the freaking highway.
Right.
Now I actually have to get to a highway and hop on the highway. And then so now it's like more like 30 to 35 minutes. So it's like added 5 to 10 minutes to my commute time if I need to go into the center. But thankfully it's like right off the highway, like literally is getting off the exit. If you get off, you go on the exit, you turn right, and then you have to like, oh my, it's like, well, hopefully I never have to go in, but at least I've been in there once, so I know where I'm going and everything like that. But so back in September, I did get a raise. Let me see here. Scroll. So, my I got a 15-cent raise applied to my base rate and 35 cents to my differential based on my year-to-date performance index.
Right.
So, crap. Let me scroll. Where is it? Yes, I've been here 12 years.
Oof.
Where is it?
Oof.
I know we went over this. This is kind of funky. Because I know we went over this when we were doing it. Oh, there we go. I missed it. So, my base rate went from $11.95 to $12.10. So I'm finally making over $12 an hour after 12 years
Wow.
working. My differential went from 255 to 290. So, getting out my calculator because my brain does not math that well by itself. 1210. As long as I meet the differential, which is based on performance, phone time, etc., I make $15 an hour. As long as I make my differential. So, as long as I make that, as long as all my shit is on the up and up, it's $15 an hour.
Not bad.
Which
Not bad.
isn't bad. And on the program I'm on now, with occasional call from other programs, because for an hour, well, technically an hour and a half, but in the last half hour, I generally do not get phone calls. The
Right.
first hour, occasionally I'll get another phone call. So those ones factor in. But usually it's like one every once in a while, like maybe one a
Right.
day, 2 a day, something like that. Today, nothing.
Right.
So most of the time with this one client, I'm fine. So, yeah.
I haven't held a
And
non under the table job in like 15 years. And that fact is apparently making it difficult for people to look at my resume and go, yeah, sure, I'll hire you.
Right. There's been such a huge gap.
Yeah.
Put this in perspective. When I started with Menards in 2014, I was making $9.50 an hour, and everyone else was kicking my ass for pay. In the intervening years and via multiple promotions, I make 25 base.
Jeez.
I know. I a little like that's not a boast. That's just a like. I don't understand how that happened.
now if I
And
had
like,
stayed with QA, I might have been above $12 an hour like a couple of years sooner, but like I took a pay cut because I went to the phones.
right,
And then the first year I didn't get a raise because my performance wasn't high enough. The first year I was on the phones. And I know. I'm aware, Cupcake. I'm
oh, believe me,
perfectly
I'm
aware of
like,
where I work.
I'm our yearly reviews are, I think, end of this month or beginning of February. I'm not looking forward to the fortune I'm gonna get, but like I'm hoping that I still get a bonus. They gave me my end of year results for sales categories, like how much above or below what they expected us to sell in each product category. It was all red. It was all the categories had red, which meant we were down for the year. Like, oh, that's gonna hurt so bad when I go to talk to the boss. Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm getting a canine sausage stare down.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And I think I know why. Alright, it's been a while. Do Please send me away from desk. Come on. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Are you at a crunch? Is that why you're staring at me? Let me see. Oh, you at a crunch?
In other news today, I sent my Yagi back for another round of repairs.
Oh god. Maybe this time it'll work?
I'm hoping.
I mean, I'm sure you'd rather it just work.
I just want it to function. I am gonna redo my stack a little bit because I am planning on when I get my profit sharing, I'm buying a preamp that I'm going to stack. Because I am a consumer whore. Wow.
All the fancy things.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
When did I bought today? I'm old. There's something that I bought from the grocery store that I was like, that's really cool. And now I can't remember what the hell it was that I saw that I was like, oh yeah. I'm trying to think. It's a new flavor of Kool-Aid, but I don't remember. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh no! I broke it! I broke it!
Okay, you're back. I'm back. I said you're back. I'm like, no, they're still here. I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I remember what it was. I haven't tried it yet, but cherry slush flavored caffeinated Kool-Aid. I have no idea what makes it cherry slush, but I was like, that's a cool looking flavor. Yeah, I'm old. Leave me alone. I get excited about stupid things like, ooh, whole wheat sandwich buns.
Welcome to adulthood.
Dude, I know, right? You know you're an adult when somebody gives you socks for Christmas and you're like, fuck, I needed socks, thanks. My mom really hit it out of the park. She got me new work jeans and undershirts, like these guys. And she found the ones I liked from back in the day that like don't shrink when you wash them. You can tell by the fact that this one is a little loose on me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah. And she got me a new version that has like air holes in it for the summer.
That's neat.
Like, it's not perforated, but it has like, it looks. It's hard to explain. Like, there's one hanging up behind me, but like, it's supposed to be like, the same weave as like. It's actually weird. It's like the same weave as a bath towel, but not the same material. So like, it's a cotton T-shirt like I'm wearing, but it has like lighter spots of weave so that it wicks the sweat away from you. They're not good right now. Like I tried wearing one at work and I was like, way too cold for this. It doesn't like it holds in no warmth. But I think they're gonna be nice when the weather gets hot.
True. I don't know how to react to this lady. 2 different numbers. What is she talking about? Oh, good lord. Anyways.
And with my last breath, I curse everyone but myself. It's the American way!
May the sand lice from 1,000 camels infect your crotch, and may your arms be too short to scratch.
An old Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times.
Yep.
Still one of my favorite lines of all time.
Yeah, Mercedes Lackey uses a similar line in her Valdemar novels from the Shinayan is
Right.
May Your Life Be Interesting. So it doesn't
Right.
say what kind of interesting, just may your life be interesting.
Right.
So, yeah. I just finished book 2. So she's Miss Lucky is finally because in one of her anthology like short story collections, someone did a short story on like the founding of Valdemar
Mm-hmm.
before like way back when. Um, but now she's actually writing how it was founded, what happened, how did they
Right.
get away from the Empire, and all that jazz. So the first one kind of explains like, oh, here's the Duke Valdemar, but he turns into Baron Valdemar because of the Emperor. Kind of downgraded him during a dinner. So you know his grandfather started the plan in capital letters. So they made
Right.
like these boats out of like these special reeds or like plant matter, some form of plant matter. So of course, since there was magic, they kind of magicked it into like these barge type boats that you would see on a canal, because that's what there were lots of canals in the Empire, and they're kind of ubiquitous. And
Right.
they set everything up, and they had everything planned, and this is what's going to happen. And somehow they pulled them off. Um, so at one point, the Cordis, who is Baron Valdemar, of Valdemar, which is the region the area that his family had control over, he had to go to the Empire, the capital, to dance on the Emperor, and the human servants had been replaced by what are called dolls. So they're humanoid. They look like human-sized dolls, literally. And you meet the Vrondi, or in earlier books, they're an air elemental that looks like cloud with lots of the lies in it. And they're kind of like their natural like truth sayers. They know if a person is lying or not just because that's how they're made. That's part of their thing. Um, and the Empire found a way to trap them inside the dolls. And because everyone was so corrupt and not very nice, they found ways to basically beat up on these dolls any which way you can imagine. So somehow, and then during this, Cordis finds out that part of the magical power of the capital was coming from an entrapped baby Earth elemental. And then he frees the baby Earth elemental, who calls Mommy Earth elemental, who comes rumbling in going, fuck all you motherfuckers! And basically destroys parts of the capital. And then they kind of use these gates, which are kind of like magical portals, whatever, to get to where, and also during this, they were finding a place to go to, like, as a first landing spot. Like, here's where everyone's gonna go to, like, get out of the Empire, and then sit and regroup, and then move forward. So they get there, they bring the dolls with them, and they bring all the people who want to come with them. And then the second book is, okay, we're at this lake, and kind of, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to move on? And then their journey up the river, and they actually get to in this book, they get to the spot where they make the capital. And you can tell because they meet some of the Hawk brothers, because they're still like 500 years after the Mage Wars, where basically it was a magical cataclysm. So for that, what happened was there were these two really powerful mages who could create things from nothing. Like one mage created griffins, another one was creating like Makar, which were like an inferior copy of griffins. And so they both had their strongholds and their towers, and there were lots of magical items storing, like magical items that were storing stuff, whatever it was, permanent gates, those portal things. And so what happened during that series, that first book of the Mage Wars trilogy, is there were two devices that once triggered would release all stored magical energy in the area. So you have two mages who can create beings out of nothing. Their strongholds, their towers made of magic, storing magical items, etc. And it goes basically like a magical nuclear bomb went off. So one of them created Lake Evendium, and the other one created the Plains of Grass. And the Plains of Grass are like, there's hundreds of, there's a wall on the, there's a wall, and it's like hundreds and hundreds of feet, if not at least 1,000 feet deep. Like it's like a few times it's like they hammer home, like there's people you have to go up, and it takes you some time on the switchbacks to get to the top of this shit. So it's like, this is how much it was like, yeah, this is a crater now. Created a crater. And basically what happened is like it twisted, it didn't just kill things and people, it twisted the environments. So like, and there's change circles. So basically, like, if you're in this little change circle of magic, so for example, one of the characters in the anthology a human got trapped in a change circle with a rat, and now he has a rat tail and claws and like a little bit superior strength. So stuff like that happens. And so one of the things you meet in the second book is the red forest that has mouths. So there was an earth elemental that merged with an aspen grove.
Oh Lord.
And twisted into this entity of a aspen grove that was huge. And basically, like, they encounter basically a water spider, and the trees were eating this water spider thing. And so there are trees that move. There are trees that look like a rib cage. There are like trees that are brilliant colors. And so, yeah. So the Valdemarans are going into this area where they're seeing all this stuff, and they're like, and so the Hawk brothers, per their goddess, took on like a Gaius as a people to clean up. So the Hawk brothers and the Shin'a'in used to be one people that followed Urtho. And it's explained that at the end of the Mage Wars, they split. There were the people who did not want anything more to do with magic, and there are the people who are like, we need to use magic to fix things. So the people who became the Shin'a'in were like, we don't, fuck magic, no. So they guarded the Plains of Grass, where Urtho's tower was in the middle. With the, like, it basically looked like, it's described in one of the books as like a melted candle. It was so hot it melted rock. So Urtho's tower is in the center, and with all those like weapons left over, so the Starry goddess knew, like, these people are not going. People are not going to be tempted by this. Like, as far as they go, like the most magical they go is like shamans, and that's about as far as they go. The Hawk brothers, on the other hand, are like, we want magic, we want to fix. So the Hawk brothers are going around the Pelagros forest, and they create veils. So they kind of like set up an area, and they create like a veil, which is like a little settlement, and then they put like an actual like little protective cone of magic or dome of magic over it. over it and have a hearthstone that they pour magic into in the ley lines, and they kind of fix the ley lines of magic. They clean up anything that's really bad. Once that's done, they pick up the hearthstone, move it to another area, start all over. Finish, move to another area, start over. And they're doing this at this point for 500 years. And they're almost ready to move, and the Valdemarans show up. And they're like, here, we offer you this area to get you started. And the Terrali River is spelled differently in the Hawk Brother language, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, it's Terrali. Okay. So, like, that's where their capital is, and, so it's very interesting to see how she's, like, connecting all of her books and stuff like that.
Unrelated to everything. We apparently just failed our 9th round of voting for House Speaker. They just can't make up their fucking mind, and we're gonna have to go into a 10th round, which we apparently haven't done in 164 years.
Go to 10th round and what?
They can't. The guy the Republicans want to be Speaker of the House. They can't get enough fucking votes to appoint him.
Yeah.
So they're on the 10th go around of trying to get enough votes to have him appointed Speaker of the House. Which, I'm sorry, if after 10 tries the guy can't acquire enough votes from everybody to get himself appointed, they need to find a different candidate.
Well, apparently some people are putting out different candidate names during the discussion portion.
Right.
But nobody's backing them. So they don't know what to do.
Like, have we been laid that low that we can't freaking that we can't, like, we're so deadlocked as a society that they can't even appoint people to position.
Mm-hmm. This is highly embarrassing.
Right.
Amongst all the other embarrassments that happen in our government, but it's ridiculous that we can't fucking do something.
Like, the most basic level of bureaucratic. I don't have the energy for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the energy. It's
depressing.
I mean, like, this is years and years of stupidity finally adding up. Like, their own like, Republicans have control of the House. They can't fucking appoint their own guy.
They're so disjointed right now between Republicans, moderates, Trumpers, and super Trumpers. Because there's a difference. At least the Tea Party kind of went away. Well, it became something else.
Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. But I can say Tea Party again.
Right.
And not be asked, oh, is your podcast, right-leaning? And I was like, no. I mean a party in which you drink tea. Like children do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to less depressing stuff. Let's talk about Mish-chan.
that was interesting.
It's a good show and we're enjoying it. Anyway.
Yes, we are enjoying it, even though it's an older show, so it's full of cliches.
Well, I mean,
but in kind of a good way.
like its biggest issue continues to be transgender stuff. Like that's where it really like shows its age.
Yeah. Cause
Yeah, the whole thing where she was like, "I know he's a boy at heart." I just cringed. I was like,
But like that,
what's
the two siblings of the manager of the maid cafe are like, "Ew, you have to stop doing this." And the manager, who's like the one sympathetic person, is like, "Do what you gotta do, whatever makes you happy."
just don't fuck up my store.
Right.
What's the character's name? Aoi?
I think it's Aoi. Yeah.
Yeah. Is played for laughs, which is very common still today. Because, oh no, he dresses as a girl and is clearly gender fluid. Because they switch pronouns based on how they're dressed. I mean, there are some good bits in it about that. Like when Aoi was trying to record themselves and people were helping and whatnot and not making fun of them.
Right.
Although some of the people didn't realize that he was the other character.
When the people learned that, like what the truth behind Aoi was, like nobody but their own family was weird about it. Like the family is the hang up. Like the people, the cast of like the maids and like like the main character and like like all the people from the high school, like they don't really give a shit. Like it doesn't really bother them. It's Aoi's family that are like, this is wrong and you shouldn't be doing this. Like the like the fan club, those guys are just like, okay, bro, whatever. And like,
you be you.
Yeah, Ushio is just like, yeah, all right, like, you like women's clothing, that's cool, bro. Like,
feminine clothing.
Sorry, yeah, whatever.
Because we're trying to ungender clothing. Because it's just clothing.
Your face is clothing.
Oh no. But there's still, masculine and feminine styles.
Right.
And then there's unisex. Or
yeah, and like
default.
That's fluid because like when you read about like even going back to the early 1900s, like what we consider masculine and feminine clothing by modern standards, like 100 years ago, was not the same.
Right.
There's no such thing as like timeless masculine, feminine. It's all over the place. You go back, I mean, like, I'm talking modern era, so like basically medieval Renaissance forward, like seeing the evolution of fashion in general, not just men or women's, but all of it together. Like, there's so much shit that they wore hundreds of years ago that like very few people would be like, yeah, that's exactly what a manly man would wear.
Right.
The height of masculine chauvinist, push women down, and anyway, I can't even finish that statement.
Oh man, that what was it called? The Ghost in Her Shell or something like that? That porn you linked?
Oh yeah, the yeah, something like that. Yeah, like it's like a clear ripoff of Ghost in the Shell.
And it's nothing but fucking submissive, looks like they're about to be raped women.
Probably post-rape. Like, that's a category of hentai.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre. Yeah.
No fun.
Like, I've just, like, sexually abused somebody. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, let's jack off to that. Oh.
Gross.
Well, it's like I said. I think one of my favorite hentais that I'd love to see get a regular non-porn fucking anime is Ready Teddy Go, where it's the kind of nerdy guy and the Gairu, but like it's not about the porn. It's about their shared love of teddy bears.
Aw.
Like the porn comes out of them both being into it and having been friends for years. Like it's like they're like in high school, but like them getting it on was not the interesting part. It was the interactions of like him being like, why are you even talking to me? Like I'm not good enough to be your friend. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about?
It seems very sweet.
Yes, it is.
No.
There's something hilarious about the girl making him dress up in a giant teddy bear costume.
Ooh. I mean, to overshare, I have a thing
And
for
for some
teddy
reason-
bears.
I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
I mean,
Well,
have you
I guess
seen my
not that
husband?
Have I seen your husband? Yes. The ogre?
He's my
You can
teddy
tell-
bear.
I said that. I have it coming.
Anyway, you were saying, Mish? I'm sorry.
Well, I kind of got derailed a little bit because I was like, bears. Yes. But yeah, they had some very interesting conversations in another server about kinks, and they were talking. They're talking about. Oh fuck that game. Hold on a minute. I have to find this game because I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. But I can't remember. Okay. No. No, that's not what I was looking for.
Wait.
Is this the one I'm looking for? Maybe? Like, I know the characters. I don't know the video game. That's our problem.
What? Well, what is it?
The one that's... I know I was talking with Cupcake about this. It's the one that Ghost is in.
Oh, Modern Warfare.
Yes,
You're talking
that
about
one.
Ghost and Soap and Captain Price?
Call of Duty.
Yes,
Yeah.
They were discussing Captain Price in the Not Safe for Work channel.
Oh, dude. You should see the guy who voices him. He is... They didn't, like, just get his voice. They used the guy's face.
Oh yeah, because I remember seeing a little clip, not
Yeah.
for Price, but for someone. But I know, like, especially for like God of War, they've started motion capturing shit.
No,
and for
Fish.
like Detroit Become Human, they did the same thing.
Literally the guy. Like they didn't just like the guy who voices Price in Modern Warfare. They used his fucking face. Like I don't mean like motion capture. I mean like it's him.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I gotta see if I can
Oh
find the.
my.
Like actual live action capture. Like they didn't use any like of the dots or anything. They just shoved the camera in front of him.
No, but I mean like they the guy who plays Price is Price. Like they used his like
Appearance.
Oh.
yeah, it's his appearance. Like when you see him, it's literally like he is very slow. Yeah, let's see if I can find a live action of him. There we go. That's a good one. I'll post this in thing. I mean, it's not like one for one, but like seriously, that's
Well, yeah, like that's what I kind of meant. That's what I meant is that with like the motion capture, live action capture thing, it's
right.
not exactly their face, but it's
Well, he doesn't have that mustache, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he doesn't have the mutton chops, obviously.
Right.
But like, it's pretty goddamn close
Right.
to, like, the best example of where I first saw this was Avatar, and obviously the faces don't, and not as close as this match one for one, because obviously the
Right.
Avatar folks are big and blue humanoids, and they have
Right.
different facial, but you can still see the actor who plays Jake Sully's face.
Right. Oh, she got a phone call.
Wait.
What I love that they what?
Joker becomes pregnant in new DC comic.
Okay. I mean, it takes all kinds.
Oh, Zatanna cursed him.
Oh, I think she froze.
What?
Tana cursed him to be pregnant.
Yeah, Zatanna cursed him to be pregnant.
Did she give him the...
Yes.
So...
He gives birth to a tiny Joker doppelganger.
I don't feel like that would really be a curse for the Joker of all
Okay,
characters.
no, okay, apparently she doesn't give him the equipment. He vomits the baby out. Because that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of...
I mean, it's magic, so whatever.
Like, I don't think the Joker would really care. He'd probably fucking find that funny. Like, would he be pissed? Probably. Would he really care after about 10 minutes? Probably not.
I don't know if that was Zatanna's actual intention or anything, but yeah, the Joker. I mean, this isn't counting Joker's actual child, but the Joker had a fucking vomit baby.
Well, okay.
Because Harley Quinn admitted to having a baby with Joker that she gave up for adoption. So there's a Joker baby out there somewhere that somebody could bring back for whatever reason. Anyway, sorry, that headline just caught my eye.
I literally couldn't care less. Fuck DC Comics. In fact, fuck comics in general at this point. They've become bland and uninteresting. Change my mind.
I don't know, I don't read them. I read independent comics because they're free on the internet.
Right.
You just have to, ads and whatnot.
Right.
And if you like it, you should support it by buying merchandise.
Never. Piracy for life! Yar, yar, yar.
Says the man who buys physical media.
Lies and slander. Sleeps on pile of anime.
Speaking of anime, I was watching the new season of Way of the House Husband this morning.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Very good, still funny as shit. I love the idea of a former Yakuza being a house husband.
Well, I just like the concept of like some random office lady fucking
finding him.
Yeah.
Taking care of him. And she's not just some skimpy office woman. She's strong as shit and independent,
right.
And an otaku on top of that.
I just meant like the like very John Wickish, sense of like he retires from the Yakuza to be a stay-at-home dad or whatever you want to call it.
Husband,
yeah.
Well, I guess he's a cat dad because I don't have children. Although you could easily put that in like third season.
Right.
But yeah, she makes the money. He doesn't feel any reparations about that. Reparations? That's not the right word.
Well, what the fuck does he care?
Yeah. I mean, he does all the cooking, the cleaning. And
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If I was married to a woman who could fucking bring home the bread, I wouldn't even fucking blink at being like taking care of shit around the house.
yeah. But yeah, no, it was good. It was just as good as season 1. It's short episodes merged into big episodes. Sadly, it's on Netflix, so it's probably not going to get a physical release for a long ass time.
Oh yeah, no, it takes forever.
And my internet's been shitty, so I can't really stream it to you.
No, I know.
I'm recording.
I
It's okay. What were you saying?
we came in to harass you, and you were like, "I'm busy right now." No, I was gonna say they finally. God, I don't even know after how many years. Amuro-chan, like the physical release of season 2 finally happened.
Yeah.
Like took forever for it to get out of streaming jail.
Oh, that's so good.
Like, you were all locked up. What?
You were locked up for me, so I guess my internet's trying to take the crap. I was just saying that it's so good.
Right? Yeah, I was really shocked it didn't get a special edition. Like season 2 is just a copy. Like nothing, no fancy, just a copy.
Hmm.
I had to scramble. Speaking of anime releases, the 30th anniversary of Yu Yu Hakusho is this month, and they had a 30th anniversary edition of like the whole thing redone. And I was like, oh, cool, I should definitely look into that. I got a notice yesterday. Oh, never mind.
But yeah, like I was saying, Cupcake, like the actor who plays Jake Sully, you can still see his face in the alien person's face. So in there, like you can kind of see like that's how that worked, at least there. So that's, I know because I've seen clips of um Christopher Judge portraying Kratos in
Yeah,
God of War, and it's the same thing, like having the helmet on with little dots on the
right.
face and the microphone to capture his voice lines, but like actually being able to do that and obviously like he may not have to have, he may just have like the Barry Sloan guy you shared, he may just have to have that stubble to give them
Oh yeah,
where
no.
his hairline is in
When
terms
you
of this is
yeah
where the mutton chops would be on
when you
this.
see him with a beard, it's much more obvious that they used his face for Price. Like
Yeah.
he's usually clean shaven, but there's an interview with him from when he was doing the recording, and he had like a mustache and stuff. It's almost bang on.
Yeah, so like I can easily see, like, even if he just had that shadow that he has, right? I could
Right,
easily see like, oh, you just need to have like a couple days worth of growth, and then we
right,
could fill in just to show our tech guys where your hairline is on your face, so we know where to put the mutton chops.
right,
And you don't have to wait for somebody to grow out a freaking Bushman beard or a set of mutton chops. You could just be like, just a couple days growth, and then come on in.
right.
And
Well, when he was doing the recording, he had like the mutton chops and stuff going because I've seen interviews with him from when he was recording. Like he actually grew it out, but like I don't think he like in real life. I don't think he really like goes for that look.
yeah.
But I just thought that was really interesting because I was like, whoa, they didn't just like get a dude to voice him. Like they actually like used the guy's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I think they did that for, I don't know what they did like in terms of like Ghost and stuff,
You never
but
see Ghost's face. That's the joke,
exactly. Like, so I can imagine like you can maybe have
right?
someone do a live action capture of that, but yeah.
Because there's the point late in the campaign where he takes the mask off because they're becoming Ghost Company, and Price turns to look at him after he pulls his skull mask off, and he's like, "Good to see you again, Lieutenant." I forget his name, and like because Soap constantly asks like how ugly he must be that he has to wear a mask all the time. He's like quite the opposite. When you look in Soap's eyes, because you're seeing it from behind Ghost, like Soap sees that he's incredibly handsome. Like you can see his eyes go wide, like oh shit.
Such a pretty boy.
Yeah.
Which is like I also like the way they wrote Ghost in this version of the series. He's a much more endearing character, much less of an asshole. I think he was a huge asshole in the original Modern Warfare, but he was much less like humanized.
No, I heard something along the lines of Ghost saw some shit and became extremely traumatized. Like I don't know.
Ghost's backstory is that he went in to take care of a cartel leader and was captured and tortured for a long, long time.
Oh, okay.
Which is his deal when the CIA lady's giving face the dossiers for all the people for his unit, and she's like, "There's no picture of Ghost." He's like, "Oh, that's on purpose."
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So I'm like, so like that was my thought process of like, yeah, that's why he wears the mask. Why you don't see him. He went through some shit, saw some shit, both that he's like, fuck all of y'all. Y'all ain't seeing my face.
Like the way I understand the current like loadout of Unit 141, which is Price's unit. Price is like the best strategist, but Ghost is the most dangerous.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like Price knows where to put people to get things done, but Ghost will just murder anybody who gets in his way, which you see in the scene where the people they're working with turn on them, and Ghost proceeds to using knives take out half of the people that are trying to shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always a scary thing. Like, the guy who's good with knives is always the most terrifying in a unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Itchy.
There's multiple times where Ghost throws a knife and kills somebody. Not to mention just straight up stabbing.
We've already recorded an hour? That can't be right.
Yeah,
We
it's
have?
been about right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I came on about 2:30 and it's 3:30.
I was double checking that it was actually recording.
Oh, that'd be great after all this. Ah, I wasn't recording. Oh, shit.
I would have been pissed.
Oh my god, that, like... She's gone to Plaid!
Flames? On the side of my face?
All I see, Keeks, is just, like, streaks. Vertical streaks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's working
I don't
on my
know.
end. Do you
That's
want?
good.
You went to fuzzy plaid shit from the basement.
Here, let me.
Close it,
One
reopen
sec.
it.
There we go.
Yeah,
There's Kiki.
we're back.
You see my cute earrings that a friend bought for me?
Neat.
Yeah. Spirited Away is such a good movie. I know you've been working hard, but is there anything else you've, like, consumed media-wise?
Not, I haven't finished it, but I bought Lego DC Villains, which has shockingly been a really good game and has a really interesting story, which is the Crime Syndicate, which is like the Justice League, comes from Earth 3's universe, and I don't know, I haven't gotten far enough to understand, but basically imprisons the Justice League, and the villains are trying to expose that they're actually villains, so that somebody will, so they can try to free the Justice League, and like that's an interesting concept of like villains being like, wait, no, this is our like racket, you can't take it. I'm only like, I don't know, probably 20 to 30% of the way through the game, so like I haven't seen the entire story, but I'm enjoying it. Like, it's not like the greatest Lego game ever made, but I enjoy the story.
Am I losing internet?
I finally own a copy of Superliminal, which is cool.
Yes, for
I
those of you
know
out there
you
listening,
have played it. Like, I remember how I ever copy for. It's like,
oh, I lost internet. I'm back. Right?
anyway,
You were talking about Superliminal.
yeah, like I know that I've played the game, but I bought the game because it was on sale because I was like, they say there's like a multiplayer version now, and I was like, shit. But then like I looked, like you don't have the game, so I don't remember how the hell we ever played it.
I have it on Epic.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if I have it on Epic. Oh god, I never
That
thought
shit.
to look there. Do I own it twice? Am I that dumb?
I own some games twice because of things been giving away for free or buying bundles. I own Night in the Woods 4 times.
Wow.
Which, we have to play that.
What the hell is Night in the Woods?
You'd love it.
Famous last words.
I mean... Yes?
And I quote, Cupcake, you have to see this movie, it's great. Okay. Oh my god, why did you show me that? Ah!
Cough, cough, I want to eat your pancreas. Cough, cough.
Keeks has a way with that. She's like, you gotta see this thing or play this thing. And I'm like, why did you put me through that? That was horrible. I'm scarred for life.
It's not like we just became friends and then I showed you Grave of the Fireflies without any context or anything else. Because I've done that.
That wasn't me you did that to.
I'm saying it wasn't you.
Oh, yeah. No. See, the problem with Grave of the Fireflies is that if you show somebody Grave of the Fireflies, you're supposed to show them My Neighbor Totoro right after that.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I just had Grave of the Fireflies.
Right. Like, we had this conversation because my friend Ted, his child wanted to see it so bad when they were younger, much younger than they are now. And I had both things. I said, you are not to show them just Grave of the Fireflies. They are like 14 years old. It will scar them for life. It's implicitly stated by Studio Ghibli that if you watch Grave of the Fireflies, you're supposed to show them My Neighbor Totoro right after that. To fucking, it's like was it the third or fourth season of Yu Yu Hakusho where the guy watches the black tape, which shows all the horrible things that humanity has done. He's like, humanity has to die. Like, we can't let it live. And then King Yamna or whatever is like, you're supposed to watch the white tape after that, so you see all the good things humanity has done. And the guy's like, oh, shit. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I started down that thought and got distracted. 30th anniversary of Yu Yu Hakusho this month. Releasing a box set. Had to scramble because I got a warning last night that it was out of print at almost every major retailer.
Oh, shit.
I got it through Barnes & Noble.
Oh,
And I
that,
paid a lot more money than I should have.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Crap. Anyways.
So I've been reading a book called Chapelwood, which is the sequel to Maplecroft. It's Lovecraftian mysteries set in the 20s. So like the height of the KKK and whatnot. Told through different perspective journals. So it's very interesting.
Cool.
And I think it's pretty cheap on Amazon right now. Let's see, what else have I done? I started watching, what the fuck is it called?
I don't know. What is it called?
I started watching something with hubby.
Couldn't have been that important. You don't remember what it was.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
We're
So,
almost done with it, but yeah. It's good.
The thing that everybody's cosplaying.
Especially if you're into gore, tits, and ass.
I mean, that kind of goes with the Cyberpunk 2077 universe.
Well, yeah, when our D&D session is done, when we hit 20 and finally finish the plot line, we're going to switch over to Cyberpunk Red.
Lord. Wait. How long have you been playing that you're going to hit 20?
I forget what level we're at right now. Like 14?
How long have you been playing?
Not that long. It's kind of a fast-paced leveling up.
Oh, okay. So you got somebody who isn't going to drag it out.
Yeah. It's...
That's because we played for like a year and only got to like level 5.
No. What was I gonna say?
So it's anime level ups, not like real life level ups.
Yeah. It's an isekai?
You're an isekai.
So's your face.
Oh no! Truckoo, no! Anyway.
Yeah. Hubby's running it, and he's doing an okay job.
That explains it. That's why it's moving fast. Because I'm sure he suffered the, in 3 months you might make it to level 2!
Well, he's playing in like 2 other D&D games that are kind of going like the slow way. So I think,
right.
I think he wanted something more. Let's get this shit going.
I like the rapidly evolving heroes style than the slow grind.
Yeah. Although my chaotic neutral character is kind of slowly sliding into chaotic evil and becoming a bit of a murder hobo.
What a shock. What a shock.
Unintentionally, but people just keep fucking me over and they gotta die for that.
Clearly.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's just easier.
It's just easy. Of course you take the easy way out.
I mean, I'm a grave cleric / warlock.
Oh!
So
Why?
Why
Grave
not?
cleric? Really?
It's
Yo,
fucking fun!
Such. Fucking grave cleric. You fucking weird fucks and your weird fucking shit. Although I have to say that my first time playing a cleric, I fucking love it. I'm never gonna play anything else.
Dude, being cleric is fun. It's like being
cleric is fun.
god.
Alright, like in the game that is now defunct for me, I was the diplomat, I was the doctor. I was the face of the party. I was the tank because I armored up super fast compared to everybody else. Like because
Yeah.
I was squished.
Yeah, you gotta wear that. Well, I can only wear medium armor, but a lot of clerics do heavy, don't they?
Well, yeah, because you're the most important person on the team because you're the only one that can res the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revivify.
Where the fuck is it? It's in here somewhere. It's my favorite quotation. Where the hell did that be? Last in character dialogue. Down. Tall, lanky fighter in full plate walks into the village, swears at it, and glowing with holy magic, cleanses the plague, ravaging the people before falling over exhausted. Picked up by his comrade in a heap off the ground, overenthusiastic ranger goes apart reviving him. Charismatic gnome and a mech just behind them has a laugh, and the first words out of the now clearly outed cleric paladin's mouth is, "Fuck, that stung!" Because in the world we were playing in, all magic has a cost. So when you heal people, you take the equivalent amount of damage.
Oh, okay.
Which is really like the idea of healers basically getting, having to eat psychic damage in order to heal hurt is crazy. Very like, I mean, Dave has never heard of Fullmetal Alchemist, but it's very like equivalent exchange. Like,
yeah.
to get what you want, you have to pay the same.
All that, or, oop, if I could, what the fuck happened? Okay, jeez. Sorry, I was typing and I'm like, what the hell? Or,
I don't understand what happened. I'm dead.
I'm dead. So, that's what actually I like about, I know I was talking about Mercedes Lucky's, series earlier. She has, um,
a lot of series.
it's, like, a lot of series, but in her Valdemar series, especially, there's kickback. Like, so magic creates heat. So you need to know how to ground and then let loose, like, the heat so you don't cook yourself. And basically, like, in the most recent series where the Mage Wars that I referenced earlier were kind of reflecting back and coming back to, because they went out like ripples in a pond and then they bounced off whatever
Yeah,
and
the
came
end of
back.
the universe and came rippling back.
Yeah. Or they went around the world and were coming back.
Right.
It took like 1,000 years to do it or whatever.
Right.
And so they made there were like two pairs of like mages and or like channels, like people with just enough like magical ability to like be able to help another mage channel something,
Right.
channel magic at like each of a cardinal point, right? And set, and the cardinal point was like it was like a rose compass in the floor. So there were two sides, and Fire Song was with Need, who was a sword. Which you go back far enough, Need was like she was a part like a priestess magic user way back when, before the Mage Wars ever happened, and something happened to her enclave, and she basically combined her soul with the sword. So technically a magic user. Um, and because of all the magical energy is just coming in and being like, "Whirr," she helped shield him, gave him a last warning before she kind of dissipated and died, quote unquote. He flung up an arm to cover his eyes, and that forearm and the rest of his face, apart from his eyes that were covered, is basically burn scar tissue.
Right.
And and then one of the things like you find out in the Owl Mage trilogy thing is one of the main character has the mage potential to become a mage, and so they bring Firesong in to possibly be his teacher to become like a master at being a mage. And so one of the last things Firesong tells him is because he wears masks for other, because he's used to himself. He has come to terms with, I'm scarred, because he used to be like very pretty, very
Right.
pretty. So, but he's already at this point. It's been enough time. He's come to terms with it. But he wears masks for other people because I mean, you look at someone with like a full-on face, except for like a strip of like, yeah, it's hard to look at.
It's Darth Vader.
Yeah, Darth Vader. Yeah. So, um, he says, Darren, there's one last thing I need to show you. And he takes off the mask and goes, this might happen to you. They also called me, basically saying they called me here because because he's like the highest tier, he's an adept. That's the like most powerful major. He's like, I have the ability to take away your magical ability. If you feel like this is something that you cannot do, you cannot step up to the mark and do this, right? And he's like, this can happen to you. This is what happened to me when these energies were too much, and this could happen to you. So this is like, kind of like as a warning, like, yeah, this can happen, like, yeah. And like warnings of like the nodes of energy where like one or more ley lines kind of combine and create like a pool. Like there's warnings like if you don't have the ability to tap into that, you will literally burn up in magical flames. You'll reach out and touch it and go whoomp, and then just sit there and be a fire for a while. Yeah. Yeah.
I still love the David Eddings Bulgarian Malorian world where basically magic in general has infinite uses with one very important rule. You cannot uncreate something that has been created. You can destroy it, you can, burn it, evaporate it, but you can't tell it be not. Because it's the one rule of the Mother Universe is you cannot unmake what you have made. And it comes into play a couple times where somebody forgets the rule and goes, be not! And then is basically obliterated. I mean, also every action has a reaction. It's fun. They're like, when they're fucking with the weather and the Belgarath and Pulgara keep telling the younger magic users, like, don't play with the weather. You will completely obliterate climate.
Yeah, I mean, Mercedes like goes into that as well. Like, well, why can't you do this? Because if I fix it here, it's gonna fuck up shit over there. Like, it has to come from somewhere. So if I make it, like, if I make the rain or snow go away here, it's gonna fuck up shit over there and ruin the climate. Like you said, like, just no, like, I mean,
Oh,
in war, that's fine. That's like one of the things you want to do. Like, oh, let's fuck up shit over there. But if you're not trying to like fuck shit up, you will fuck shit up if you just do it on a whim.
unrelated. Walmart is looking to institute scan and go shopping.
Ah, Giant Eagle has that. Where
It's
you,
super convenient, but nobody does it.
I've seen a few people using it, but I'm like, I just rather collect it all and myself and just.
Oh, dude, I have no issue fucking scanning barcodes just so I can walk out of the place when I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would use it.
I mean, they could also do the thing that's most important of all. Hire more cashiers!
Oh, God.
Because everybody's gone to this, like, let's see how lean we can go with the checkout staff.
Yeah.
my gripe. Like everywhere around here, they hire no cashiers, and then when people complain, like the wait is really the worst part of shopping here, they're like, well, then don't shop here, or you could hire 2 or 3 more cashiers.
Mm-hmm. But no. Profits.
Yeah, even if it's like part time, like have someone work 8 to 1, and then have someone come in and work like 1 to 5, and then 5 to 9. So you're paying 3 people 4 hours apiece. But again, that's too much money.
Well,
it's not even a matter of that. They just don't want to hire anybody. They're going to lean staff until they're blue in the face.
I don't know if they still do this, but the big Walmart here, because we have 2 neighborhood markets and a Walmart in town,
Yeah.
has a bad habit of hiring people at only part-time. Like, most of their staff is part-time.
Right. Yes, they have to pay benefits.
Yeah. And they're still understaffed by doing that. Also, I applied to work at Walmart, and they never called me back, so I guess I'm not good enough for Walmart.
Which is saying something, because, like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'll keep trying.
Although it's funny to me to hear the sometimes the British way of saying lieutenant. Because it's
Lieutenant?
like lieutenant, and then you have to. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. It's still lieutenant. It's got lieutenant.
I wasn't somebody explained to me why they do that. I can't remember what the explanation was. Being like enthralled that it was something that simple.
For some reason, I remembered there's a word for the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow.
After tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like overmorrow and aftermorrow or something like that.
Yeah, I think overmorrow is the day, like not tomorrow, but the day after that, and like after tomorrow. Overmorrow, the day after tomorrow is overmorrow. What is after tomorrow? Is that the afternoon? AKA the day after overmorrow, so 2 days from today.
Ah.
Weird. Well, it's like the use of like a fortnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how morrow is technically morning. So you think like after tomorrow would be after the morning, but that's actually afternoon. It's reasons.
Damn. I think the energy drink made me sleepy.
I think that's where you're crashing from the caffeine being processed by your liver.
Yeah. I'm not going to take a nap, but my brain's like...
Sure! Cupcake has said that many times. Many times. I doesn't believe you for a minute. Cupcake was like, yeah, sure, I'll watch the anime with you. Oh, I gotta go. In all reality, that was actually more the fact that I was in the fetal position trying not to freeze.
I can see that.
Poor Cupcake.
I literally think I've like contracted the flu twice this season, but because I got the shot, it basically doesn't amount to anything.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Much better.
Good.
Much better.
Good.
Like not even sick. Like I have a little bit of a sore throat, but like not like I took some Advil and I feel fine. So I legitimately think like I've gotten the flu twice this season and just like gotten over it really fast because I already have like an existing, like I was already sick before Christmas with the same basic idea, like come home cold, sit down, cover myself up, all of a sudden have the chills really bad, sleep for a few hours, wake up still kind of chilly, and then like in the middle of the night wake up like drenched in sweat because the fever broke, and then basically fine after that.
Yeah.
Like I'm sick, but like not like getting the flu with no flu shot where you're just like I want to die for 3 days.
Mm,
Yeah.
fun.
And we're talking about the COVID like booster shots.
Right.
And my friend and hubby basically got the same reaction where like hubby says he knows like 12 to 16 hours after I know I'm going to be like I can't even like I sit up for 30 minutes and my body's like you need to be horizontal now, you need to go back to bed. Like he's like I'll be sitting here doing nothing, like absolutely nothing, and I can't sit up for more than 30 minutes. And it's like, so yeah, that's, and for me it was like, yeah, and I just got maybe a little bit more tired, and that's it. Like, and even after like I got the flu and the COVID booster, like I was fine.
Well, generally a stronger effect is desirable because that means your immune system is responding.
Yeah, which is good, but I'm just sitting there
Right.
like they're just sitting there going like I hate you right now. I'm like, I don't want to tell y'all. I really don't like.
I mean, it's not really desirable to get no effect because that means your immune system isn't responding.
I guess yeah, that makes sense. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's
Yeah, I
either
said to my mom, I was like, I've gotten the shot, I've never had any ill effects. I'm like, that means your immune system isn't responding. It's like, oh. Whereas, like, I get, like, a day of feeling like I'm sick and then I'm fine.
Pretty much.
Like, I just basically have to, yeah. Like, the next day I have to be prepared to feel like I have the flu.
you know.
What?
I'll share it here, hang on. Oh, right, that's broken again.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a giant tongue.
Yeah.
Today I learned the longest and most contentious election for Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives occurred during the 34th Congress, 1855 to 1857. It lasted 2 months, took 133 ballots, and necessitated a rule change allowing for a simple plurality of members to select the Speaker of the House. Wonder if we're going to break that record.
Jeez.
I'm going to laugh so hard if they end up having to elect a Democrat as Speaker of the House.
Mm-hmm. Funny as shit.
Well, I guarantee you, like in the next decade, like the parties aren't going to look at anything like they used to because it's just if they don't shatter, fracture, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, the Republican Party already kind of has.
right. But I'm saying like they're going to eject the people who are far right in order to keep themselves alive, or be subsumed by a party that is moderate. And moderate in the sense of American politics, not moderate in the sense of world politics.
Yeah.
Because, as one of my German friends said, you Americans think you have a left and a right, but what you actually have is a right and fucking Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to switch over. Oh, let me switch on over. Hold on a moment.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Well, they released the second season, or whatever you want to call it, second half, Urusei Yatsura opening.
Ooh.
Which one's that one?
What do you mean, which one's that one?
I don't remember what it's about.
It's the remake of that really old
Oh!
Ruka
Okay, yeah.
green-haired Lum, I think is her
Yeah.
name.
Lum is her name.
That tiger bikini.
I keep meaning to watch that and then don't.
I'm assuming that probably Funimation's going to get so inevitably it'll have a physical release. Which reminds me, I really do need to look into getting the second season of Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, since that's been out for months and I have never bothered to go collect it.
Get it. It's good.
Right.
Yep. Sorry, end of the day stuff. And I'm like, let's walk around and yeah. Okay. There we go.
I am sitting weird and now my leg is asleep.
That's no good.
There, that's better.
Okay, so what this? I feel like I know this game, but I have no idea what game it is.
Okay.
Okay, so someone on Twitter shared shared an artwork made. It says fan art made a few months ago for my favorite game series. Okay, let me share it.
Oops.
Come on, go to the channel, please. And there we go. I'm like, I feel like I should know that character, but I'm like, I don't know if it's just because it's like generic dark villain character, or like if it's an actual like game I've actually seen, you know.
I have no idea.
All right, but yeah, that's why I was like, huh? I feel like I should know this.
What? What fucking game series is this? Because I don't recognize that person at all.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like I was saying like I feel like I should know what game series that is, but I didn't recognize the character. And I'm like, I don't know if it's just because like I feel like I should know it because I've seen the game and seen the character, or if it's because like it's generic villain
Okay,
appearance.
like
Look.
none of us know what game that's from, so you're in good company.
Okay, good. Because I was like, I feel like that's like generic villain appearance number 4. You know, like. So I'm
like I feel like that's fucking AI art because like I don't even recognize that character.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at I don't know where it's from and move on. All right. Oh yes. Oh, wait a minute. I got. I'm gonna show off my Christmas present for my brother. Hey.
Oop, I see feet.
Oh, fuck.
It's the Crocs.
You got Crocs.
Yay.
Crocs, Crocs,
He got
Crocs,
me
Crocs,
those colorful
Crocs.
Crocs, and then hubby got a set of black ones, and they both have like the fuzzy lining.
Cool.
So I'm like, ooh, fancy.
Very fancy.
And it's the ones with the heel straps on them. Because the ones that I've had before don't have those. But yeah, these ones do. One of those cars, hubby. No. So I'm getting the mail. So I'm like, I don't want hubby to run me over. Like, are one of those cars, hubby? No. Okay, good. Oh. Yeah, hi, sausage. I's coming back. Don't worry. See, I came back. I came back to the house. Don't worry. I know you worry. Yes.
Okay, we are at 2 hours. Do we want to keep going?
Up to you guys.
I don't really have too much else to talk about.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I've consumed a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, my thing is, like, I mean, I'm still technically, like, reading and stuff, but right now I'm, like, my main thing is, after I did the Into the West thing I was talking about, and then there's a new anthology series. I read those real quick, and then now I'm back to rereading stuff I've already read. So, oh, also the season 9 of Finding Your Roots is out. Where they do the and obviously this works because it's celebrities, but they do celebrities and their like history. So today was the one that came. It was July 3rd that came out, or January 3rd. Sorry. It was Julia Roberts and Edward Norton. No. So that was the first episode. But like they've done like they crap, like I'm trying, they did Samuel L. Jackson, L. Cool J, Kevin Bacon, Kiera Sedgwick. They did George Clooney. What's his face who played Robin in the live action film? I cannot remember his name besides as Chris. Chris O'Donnell. Okay, there we go. My brain was not like so celebrity actors, celebrity chefs. They've done reporters, activists, stuff like that. So it's actually kind of interesting. At least for me. I mean, it's sometimes a little fluff, and yeah, it's got 9 seasons because they're doing celebrities, but it's something to watch.
Right.
I mean, that's why I watch shows from like HGTV and stuff, because it's something to watch.
Right.
And actually, they found out because they do the DNA portions too. They actually, on this episode, they found out that Julie and Edward are related to each other. Like however many X times back, they're actually related to each other. And one of the previous seasons, they found out that I think one of the white guests was related to the host, who's black. Because like a lot of the African American folks on the show, Dr. Gates has white folks in his ancestry for obvious reasons. And so yeah, they just found out like, oh yeah, we're related. Hey, like through our white ancestor. So that's very interesting. At least it's interesting, and yet you wish it didn't happen. I guess I don't know. Does that make sense? Like it sucks that this happened because you know why it happened, but it also kind of illustrates like humanity at this point is really becoming like one big giant family. And you wish people start acting like it, but we know how families can be sometimes. Families sometimes aren't really families unless they're found families.
I love my found family.
Yes, I do too.
I very much don't enjoy my sisters, whom I refer to as cunts. So.
Yes. Of course.
Because that's what they are.
Ye old cunt. Ah, yes, ye old cunt. Uh-oh. Is something happening? Do you hear something? Let's see. Oh, that's because Dad is home. Let's go this way. This way.
Okay, why don't... Oh, she went somewhere. Okay, we'll wait for her to come back.
Okay.
Right.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, why don't we end it here?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I got clothes to put away, so...
Alright.
Yes.
Bye!
Toodles.
Bye! There she
Didn't
is.
even wait. Just, alright, bye!
Okay, I'll catch you later, Cupcake.
Yep, bye!
Thank you once again for watching the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki, Cupcake, and Miss. I resolve to drink more tea and be less of a murderbot this year. Farewell, my fellow internet beings.